hangi makamda olursanız olun.
No matter what position you hold, if you trample on the law, judicial authorities in a state governed by the rule of law are obliged to take whatever action is necessary. Hamas doesn't have bombs. Hamas doesn't have nuclear weapons. But Israel does have all of these weapons, and Israel uses them. For example, last night, it specifically struck Gaza with these same bombs. As Germany, can't you see this?
On October 7, 2023, there was a terrorist attack against the State of Israel, in which well over 1,000 people fell victim on the very first day, with many hundreds thereafter as well. According to our understanding, Israel has firmly exercised its right to self-defense. However, this conflict will hopefully be resolved with the 20-point plan of the President of the United States, with active assistance from, among others, the President of Turkey, provisionally, at least ended. We are now looking for ways to enable a permanent peace solution. And such a permanent peace solution can only be achieved with the involvement of the parties, but without the involvement of Hamas. This was also a subject of our discussion. This country has become a refuge for millions of Jewish people around the world. Many of them, who survived the Holocaust, have moved to Israel, and therefore, it will always be the case that Germany stands firmly by the side of the State of Israel. This does not mean that we respect every political decision of the Israeli government, or accept and uncritically adopt them, and you know that previous governments have indeed criticized certain decisions, but my federal government has stood by the State of Israel and the Jewish people from the very beginning, since October 7th anyway. Hamas should have released the hostages earlier and laid down their arms. Had they done so, this war would have ended immediately. The children in Gaza, whose fate has personally affected me deeply, are victims who have been taken hostage by the terrorist organization Hamas. We now hope that this has come to an end. And therefore, once again, thanks to President Erdogan, who has also contributed to this and is willing to continue to do so. Then hopefully the death in Gaza has come to an end for all those involved, especially for the innocent children and for the women and the elderly who were affected by it. The assessment of the meeting between Trump and Xi Jinping is still preliminary, as I do not yet know the details of the final agreements. However, it is hoped that this agreement also contributed to a peaceful resolution of the tariff dispute. What happens between the US and China has direct implications for trade, including for European member states, such as the Federal Republic of Germany. We are directly affected by the decisions of the Chinese leadership, particularly regarding export licenses for certain raw materials. Therefore, I can only express my hope for a lasting solution.